What's up? It is September 4th. I talked to you pretty recently. Tuesday, bro. No, not Tuesday. August 24th was the last time. I know I said something earlier, which I probably will add into the audio diary, I guess. But, it was probably something like small and minuscule, if I'm gonna be honest. Here, I never took a hit here. I'm gonna take a hit for you guys, for us, before I talk about this. Okay, I got into my own head, started thinking about something. I was gonna say is, for some reason, I can't explain it at the moment, but when I see some people, or there are some people I know, some people I met, people I've interacted with, that for some reason, I absolutely despise them. I get a weird feeling when they speak to me. I get irritated when I'm around them, when they're speaking to me. And I just think about violence towards them. And I know I won't do it. But I imagine myself doing it. And I don't like that. I really don't. I don't know why. Because one example is at Chipotle, Courtney, which is, she works at the Greens Point. I'm assuming she's an SM for Greens Point. We didn't have an SM for that night, so she was closing for us. Or she was closing for us in general. But I guess we didn't have an SM for that night, so she was closing for us. And for some reason, I was cool with her at first. At first, I thought she was cute. And then, I guess I also it wasn't very thick, if I'm gonna be honest. I've gone further. But I imagined a relationship with her. In a way. I knew the entire time. I was like, Yusef, this is completely fantasy. I'm not even gonna ask her out. But, I don't know. So, I'm gonna talk about the instance that actually happened, so I don't get on tangents. I was cool with her at first. And then, one time, I went up to her, and I got a smell of her. And I looked at her, I got a smell of her, and I looked at her, and I was like, I fucking hate you. She smelled bad. She really did. It was just something about her stench that it irritated me. I can't describe it. It wasn't musty. It was like dirty, like the smell of something. I really don't know what it was. It was just, I hated the smell. It was strong. It was strong, and it was thick. It was strong and thick. And the color I would put it as would be like maybe a brownish. No, maybe a darker color for sure. Leaning towards brown. I don't think brownish. But I despised it. And she wore sparkles on her face. Glitter. She had glitter on her face. Which was cute, in all honesty. But, just something about her just irritated me. And then for the rest of the night, I was just pissed off towards her. really was. And I'm mentioning this because this isn't a one-off thing. I also have this feeling when I'm around Dad, Wendell, my dad. I just, seeing him just gets me agitated. I can't explain it. I can't explain why. And talking to him, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm putting it out into the world that bothers me, but it does bother me. And I can't explain why I feel this way towards him. I really can't. Because, yeah, he used to be a complete asshole, right? I remember bleeding because of this man. And he beat me. So that's never fun. He can be stubborn. He has a huge ego. He doesn't like talking to people who he thinks are lesser than him, I'm assuming. Or he just thinks that because he's my dad, he is synonymous with my ruler, my king. But maybe it's because I also have an ego. Sweet butt, but I don't like being talked down on. But for some reason, getting back to what I was saying, sometimes when I see him, it's just irritating. I remember times when I told this to David plenty of times before, but seeing him first thing in the morning absolutely destroys me. It was really bad when I was in high school, but if he was the first voice I heard in the morning, I woke up irritated. I hated it. I think it's also because not only would he barge in, but sometimes he also yell from downstairs, so I can't just say it's because of what he's doing. He likes his bike. We're gonna have some fun father-son bonding time. That will be fun. It'll be very, very fun. I'll put on some music. I'm gonna ask him about this dude's bike. Because I'm talking about my dad. I love my dad. But he's also one of the things where I see that same thing that I saw earlier with Courtney, where for some reason there's something about them makes me hate them. Courtney is on a more ambiguous circumstance, but scenario, I want to say. Circumstance works too. I just like scenario more.